This whole story just blew up. Trump pulled his support from MTG right before a huge Epstein vote. The timing just doesn't feel too right. But let's jump into this.
It's the political breakup heard round the world. President Trump severing ties with at least one of his closest allies, declaring, "I am withdrawing my support and endorsement of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene," even calling for primary challenges against his one-time loyalists and attacking her as, quote, wacky, a ranting lunatic, a rhino, and a traitor. This is days before the House of Representatives is set to vote on releasing the Epstein files. It's a stunning breach between two MAGA leaders, one of whom is here with me now exclusively for her first interview since the president cut ties. Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, thank you so much for being here, as you just heard. And I know you saw the president says he's withdrawing support for you, encouraging primary challengers. You were one of his biggest supporters. What do you...
Trump just dropped one of his strongest allies at the worst possible moment. You know, MTG backed him through everything big. So what do you think caused this change? What made it happen right now at this point in time? Please do drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you got to say. Let's get into this a little bit further.
His remarks, of course, have been hurtful. However, I have something in my heart that I think is incredibly important for our country, and that is to end the toxic fighting in politics. And this has been going on for years, and it has divided our country, split up friends and families, neighbors, and it's not solving our problems. The most hurtful thing he said, which is absolutely untrue, is he called me a traitor, and that is so extremely wrong. And those are the types of words used that can radicalize people against me and put my life in danger.
She's saying that Trump called her a traitor, and that could put her in real danger. What are your thoughts on that? I think, given current politics today, she's not too far off from that. But what say you? You know, but again, there's a bigger question. That's what is actually causing this to happen. And again, why now? Let's jump a little further into this.
What do you think is the reason for this?
Unfortunately, it has all come down to the Epstein files, and that is shocking. And, you know, I stand with these women. I stand with rape victims. I stand with children who are in terrible sex abuse situations. And I stand with survivors of trafficking and those that are trapped in sex trafficking. And I will not apologize for that. I believe the country deserves transparency in these files. And I don't believe that rich, powerful people should be protected if they have done anything wrong.
What do you think?
There it is. The Epstein's file. She's talking a full transparency stance, even against Trump. This fracture is extremely big. And why is she pushing this hard publicly now? What are inside those files that everybody's just real into this, and at this point in time? Is it really something worth, or is it just smoke and mirror? As usual, I'd love to hear what your thought process is. Please do drop your thoughts down in the comments. Let's get into this.
X yesterday, quote, "It's astonishing really how hard he's fighting to stop the Epstein files from coming out, and that it really makes you wonder what is in those files." Are you suggesting there's something in the Epstein files that President Trump does not want Americans to see?
Well, I think that's the part that has so many people confused, is that the women themselves that I have talked to have over and over again said that Donald Trump did nothing wrong. Quite a few of them even told me they voted for him. And those are the women I would like to see in the Oval Office with support. I would like to see all of the women there with support. I have no idea what's in the files. I can't even guess, but that is the questions everyone is asking, is why fight this so hard?
You said on X yesterday, quote, "It's astonishing really how hard he's fighting to stop the Epstein files from coming out, and that it really makes you wonder what is in those files." Are you suggesting there's something in the Epstein files that President Trump does not want Americans to see?
Well, I think that's the part that has so many people confused, is that the women themselves that I have talked to have over and over again said that Donald Trump did nothing wrong. Quite a few of them even told me they voted for him. And those are the women I would like to see in the Oval Office with support. I would like to see all of the women there with support. I have no idea what's in the files. I can't even guess, but that is the questions everyone is asking, is why fight this so hard?
Yeah, and I'm kind of confused too, quite honestly, because if you're saying you spoke to the victims and they said that Donald Trump did nothing wrong, then why are you pushing and making this a big deal like this? I completely don't understand this. But again, folks, what are your thoughts? Is this something more to what's going on here, or what's happening? So what are your thoughts? Drop your comments down below. I love to read every one of them. And if you enjoyed this piece, consider hitting that like, share, and subscribe so you can always stay informed. Until we meet again, please be informed and engage.